안녕하세요. 저희는 메시입니다. 그래서 저희 프로덕트는 지금 아그리펀드고 발표를 시작하겠습니다.
So our model is AgriFund, and it is composed with three units. First, foreign direct investment opportunity. Second, financial education and job opportunity. And finally, agri-educational center.
So just from that, you might not understand what our business model really is. So it goes like this. We have the investors who provide investments to AgriFund, who then provide GMO seeds using that investment to farmers, who with that profit that they earn from GMO crops are able to provide back to AgriFund. These investors are able to get their investment back with return on interest, and we put that interest at 10%. And from the investment that we get from the investors, we take out a portion of that money and provide that for educational costs as well as operational fees, like they do in like regular funds and all that. So with that being said, this is a more detailed rundown of how it works. The investor provides for AgriFund. 10% is added to the initial investment and taken for operational costs, to educational programs specifically for these female workers, because these female workers don't have the ability to get that education that they need. And through the purchasing of GMO seeds for them, they're able to sell crops with the revenue, they get their profit back, while they get a 10% return on their investment. The excess seed, the sad thing about GMOs is that the companies don't allow you to use the excess seed once more. You have to pay patents again. So we get another investment from investor B, and the cycle keeps on going on and on. And these people are able to utilize that money as well as possible. So this is an example of what this would look like with real money. So the investment of $125.4, now the reason we chose this is because that allows you to get 1 acre of corn, so it's easy for us to calculate. From that you get 11.4, this is 10% more of 114, which is the number that you need for 1 acre. That's first funded into this, the agri-educational programs. From 1 acre of seeds that you get from this amount, you get 85% average yield, so that's the average yield that you get from corn. You get 114 bushels. Now with this, you're able to sell the crops. Now the average cost, or the price for corn is $4.01 per bushel. They're able to gain this amount of money. The excess seed is then used further on. Now the investor invested $125.4, they get a return of $137.9. This is by 3 months, so that's a lot of money that they get returned. Now the point here is that $460.15 is the revenue. The returns that they get are $322.25. But even though these people get $137.9 back, this is still $133 more than they would have gotten if they used normal crops, normal corn, because of the fact that GMO crops require less maintenance and less use of insecticides and things like that. So they don't have to invest more into other areas, and they are able to utilize their time more effectively. So that's a bit of the more rundown. Now, the key factor on how we help the women workers is from this, the money, the economic perspective, but also the agri-educational programs, where we provide hands-on experience by sending workers to the farmers themselves and showing them how to utilize the GMO products specifically, and also other irrigation techniques as well. So they go there and find the workers and provide that education to them with the funds that we get from Investor A.
And this is anticipated outcomes. And due to the high return on investment, foreign investment will invest directly in small shareholders' farms. Also, female farmers generate monetary gains by growing GMO purchased with the money invested. Generate monetary gains can use in these three parts. First, a portion will be paid back to investor according to their initial investment and the interest rate. Second, a portion will be utilized in running AgriFund as it is set to employ and train locals. Finally, a portion will be utilized in setting up agri-educational programs.
So moving on to our short-term goals. Of course, we have to implement a website for investors to invest in, so we need to provide a platform. Also, by providing GMOs to these farmers, we are lowering the barrier for entry for these women farmers because the initial costs of GMO crops are very high. And we have to go to South Africa to actually engage women farmers. We are going to run on the field Our team is going to go to South Africa actually to find these women farmers and tell them about this program. Investors finally will be able to invest money in AgriFund from this website that we have implemented, and using financial returns from going GMO. You see, our former presenter has given us very fair explanation. However, first we are going to pay back to the investor. We are going to conduct a free education program for local employees, which will take 2 years. And after that, the local employees will be able to run the company at the local area. And then we have to set up agro-educational programs. Not school, but we are going to actually find these women farmers to educate about the basic farming skills.
So for these are also.
Oh yeah, and the initial efforts will be deployed using, so this is about the educational program, using experts and teams from South Korea, paid and educated using 2% of invested capital, checking up on native farmers' progress, and offering quarterly assistance for a period of 2 years. And that was what we have explained earlier, and yeah, I think we can.
So for midterm goals, we have a continuation of the curriculum that we described for about 2 years. But the goal here is to provide self-sufficiency for all farmers. So we will only provide yearly checkups. But the ultimate goal is to allow farmers to propagate and also educate fellow farmers about our education program as a whole. And finally, about the system stability. So every time a single branch of AgriFund is able to reach and work with people, 70% of those smallholder women can also impact another community. So gradually, we would expand our growth, but also intend for those women farmers to be self-sufficient. Finally.
So yeah, basically what we've done is we've tried to create a bank that allows for foreign investments, so we aren't asking for donations. This is something that people actually try to get money from. And so we think that it's very sufficient to run the company itself. We also need financial partners, those are the investors. And yeah, this was a question that was asked, so we just answered it. Solution is focused on systematic thought and strategy. We thought that we would try to do it systematically, step by step, start from economy, start from how we can get the actual money, and then move to education. A few things we left out in this presentation is our target place, location. We've set it at South Africa, both for the fact that South Africa provides GMO usage, also with the fact that South Africa is one of the countries that has a lot of inequality in terms of women shareholder farmers, in terms of how they are educated with GMO crops. And now a few other things you might have questions about is competitors, how we're going to compete against them, the health and fairness of GMO crops specifically, but I think we left those out because we didn't have time and we thought you might want to ask questions about that so we can answer them.
질문 시작하겠습니다.
교육을 어떻게 시키는지 제가 잘 이해를 못한 것 같은데 그걸 한번 다시 한번 설명해 주시면 그러니까 그 비용을 가지고 어떤 식으로 교육을 시킬 건지에 대해서
한국말 좀 네. 그래서 그 2년 과정을 해가지고요. 한 투수 그 정도로 저희 한국에서 보는 전문가들이요. 그래서 약간 그 각자 그 추수하는 그 시절마다 한 3개월마다 그 체크를 해드리고요. 그다음에 거기에 따라서 어시스턴트 좀 해줄 수 있는 거죠. 그 좀 자세히 설명해드리 적긴 했지만요. 그렇지만 잠깐 설명해드리지만 약간 그 계절에 따라 가지고 그 일단 플랜팅 하든지 그 메인테넌스 그리고 그 하르베스트하고 그다음에 그 다음 그 추수를 약간 준비하는 그런 방식으로 기본적인 거 말고 GMO 크롭들에 있는 그런 것들도 같이 에듀케이트하고 예정하고 있어요.
저희 에듀케이션이 2개가 있어요. 하나는 저희가 아프리카 쪽에서 서아프리카에서 공부를 만들어서 거기에 로컬 시민들 거기 주변에 있는 분들을 하이어할 예정이어서 그분들 트레이닝하는 비용도 있었고 그게 2년. 그리고 저희가 처음에 각자 파머들한테 하는 그 에듀케이션은 직접 그 파머들 그 농사 짓는 곳으로 가서 가르치는 식으로 하고 그리고 그 에듀케이션으로 직접 그 로컬들이 이렇게 일하면서 이렇게 각자 이렇게 도와줄 수 있도록 시스템을 만들었습니다.
아까 그 돈 흐름을 보면 술된 몇 달 나가 다시 빵한테 가는 건가요?
네. 322점.
저게 그러면 분기에 아니고 월에 어떤
이게
한
by 3 months. 한 harvest마다.
근데 제 개인적인 생각에는 투자자가 가져간 수익에 비해 저 농부 파머들은 뭐 투자하는 것도 없고 본인의 인력만 소유하는 건데 인력에 대한 그 소득이 너무 큰 것 같아요. 느낌. 왜냐면 결국 자본이 어디서 들어왔냐부터가 시작인데 그리고 저기에 보면은 저 자본을 운영한 저 GMO라는 시스템을 운영하기 위한 운영비가 없는 것 같아요. 10%는 다 절로 가고 나머지는 다 농부한테 가는 거 아닌가요 지금?
그 10% 이 Agri Educational Program 여기서도 이 운영비가 포함돼 있어요. 그 10%에서. 저희가 그냥 기본적인 헤지펀드 같은 데서 몇 프로를 떼가는지 한번 연구해봤는데 그게 2%밖에 안 돼서 이게 진짜 크면 2%도 큰 비용이어서 한 2%로
어마어마한 수익이죠.
그쵸.
이런 쪽으로. 네.
그래서 10%로 이거 하고 운영비로 하고 그 322.25 아주 큰 그 스트레셔홀드인데 제가 그렇게 선정한 이유가 이게 결국에는 이분들을 도와주는 기업이니까 이분들한테 가장 큰 혜택이 올 수 있게끔 저희 10% 정한 거는 이런 인터내셔널에서 은행 인트레스트 레이트는 1에서 막 그 정도로 되고 있는데 그보다 훨씬 더 있고 GMO 팝이다 보니까 아주 안전적인 그런 투자로 한번 볼 수 있을 것 같아요.
결국은 농업 투자 은행을 만든다는 건데
네.
어떻게 초반에 어떻게 런칭을 시킬 생각이세요?
네.
이제 인벤터들을 인베스터들을 모으는 작업을 어떻게 구상하고 있어요?
저희가 일단 그래서 웹사이트부터 차리고 실제 곳으로 가서 공사식으로 이분들을 찾아가서 이런 거 시스템을 한번 활용하는 게 어떨까 해서 이렇게 모집하는 그런 식으로 할 거예요. 그래서 웹사이트는 뭐 한국, 미국 이런 데서 론칭하고 거기서 퍼져 나가는 식으로. 그리고 실제 이 서아프리카에서는 직접 가서 이분들을 찾아뵈면서 이렇게 모집하는 거예요. 그래서 처음에는 저희 운영비에서 실제 저희 일단은 여기 에듀케이팅 안 돼 있는 상태에서 될 수는 없고 그래서 한국에서 아니면 미국에서 엑스퍼트를 갖다가 2%를 그분들 월급으로 그분들이 이쪽으로 보내서 그분들이 운영하는 거 아니면 저희가 운영하는 거로 해서 거기서부터 이분들을 공짜로 교육시키면서 2년 후에 그분들이 여기서 취직되는 그런 식으로 했습니다.
저기 자본시장에서 보면 되게 단순하게 지금 막연한 그러니까 이렇게 파워포인트 상에서는 당연히 그럴 수 있겠다라고 이해를 할 수 있겠지만 투자자 기준으로 보면 굉장히 처음에 이제 개개인별 펀드를 만들어서 펀딩이 되려면 그 기간도 분명히 상당 기간 소요가 될 거고 또는 손 큰 누군가 인베스터가 나타나서 거액의 돈을 가서 투자를 해서 쉽게 만들 수도 있지만 제가 볼 때는 저기 아까도 먼저 질문하신 내용 중에 하나인데 그 펀딩 규모에 관계없이 론칭되는 자체가 굉장히 어려운 작업이에요. 왜냐하면 저게 만약 사업성이 있다라고 판단이 된다라고 하면 이미 저 사업적 모델은 누군가가 이미 하고 있을 거예요. 그리고 아까도 질문하신 분이 계시는데 아까 뭐 지나가는 말로 헤지펀드 상에서의 뭐 얘기도